What's good? What's good? This is your boy, the Light Bearer, aka DJ Zuko, aka God King Zuko. You know what it is. How we doing today? We going into a situation right now. I got my boy, Mr. Crooks, in here with me.
That's the thing that I do. Whatever my name is, I know. That's my air horn, you know.
And we got the situation right now. We was talking about some things. I was like, yo, we might as well go ahead and go live with this one.
Right, we was here.
So,
ranting, man.
like, one of the things that like came out, because I guess in the YouTube streets, Hafiz and Hafiz from the Roommates and Coach Greg Adams was going at it about marriage and like, you know, whether or not, you know, it is what it is and so on and so forth. And I was saying this thing where, like, you know, because Hafiz is, I don't know if he's Nigerian or not, but I know he's from African descent. And, you know, I said, yo, we got to stop putting this hodgepodge situation together where we're not accounting for all Black people are not the same. Different cultures have different things going on in them, and we got to account for that stuff.
That is true.
So now, with Nigerians, they have a very strong culture towards marriage still. And I don't see a problem with it when everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
But in America, as a recent, because of the situations of what Crooks was, I'm gonna let him explain his part, what he was saying already. But like with the situations that built up to what it is today, the Moynihan report, all the other situations that actually put a lot of African Americans before a bunch of other cultures came through. Because let's just say, for instance, right, the Caribbeans are right alongside of us. They're part of the diaspora, one. Then two, they were let into the country a lot earlier than a lot of the other cultures.
Actually, here's the thing about the Caribbeans. The Caribbean people, or let me not say the Caribbean people, because the Caribbean people were killed off. So the Africans that were left in the Caribbean are actually what we call bad slaves, right? So the Africans that were left in the Caribbean were the ones that were deemed not fit for mainland. So you'd send them to places like Jamaica, you'd send them to places like Haiti. So that's where they had
die off.
To either die off, or that's where they would try to set up their like their ranches, like the buck-breaking ranches and stuff like that, to try and demotivate and break down.
You know what?
Particular Africa.
That's another
a whole other
conversation.
That's a whole other thing.
Yes, yes.
That's a whole other thing.
Because like a lot of people don't even know that it was farms. That niggas was farmed. So they don't understand chattel slavery. But go ahead, bro.
So when you see Jamaicans with a particular mindset towards certain things, it stems from that. You know what I mean? Anyway, but
and like no, because this channel is for that type of conversation. Yeah. Right? To be honest with you, this right here, that statement that he just said, you have to, like everything else that we're saying, with the whole respect this culture, respect that culture, you got to respect the cultures and the reasons and why they actually are the way they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we got to respect everybody else's, y'all got to respect everybody else's as well. Within the Black community, it's right now we don't really we don't push too hard on that situation. But the underlying tone of it is that we do not actually ride with that, and it's because of the same situation. It was forced onto a lot of people in certain situations. We're trying to be sensitive at the same time. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, people's feelings and stuff. But like, you know, so like because of that thing of it being the buck breaking situation, you know, like killing the strongest, and then like, you know, like putting the fear of God and the rest of them and stuff. There is this thing that has lingered on within the community towards not letting that ever happen again. As for letting those other things that pretty much probably accounted for, let's say, how motherfuckers was how a lot of the I want to say how we probably feel about rats right now.
Yeah.
Because highly likely that was a situation too where those men became rats as well.
Yeah. So it became a situation where if you know anything about Jamaica, you know that we're very like anti particular things, right? Jamaica is probably one of the most openly like homophobic societies. And it's just embedded in our culture. It's not even that we are violent towards
people of the alphabet community.
Yeah, we're not violent towards them, but we're just very anti them because they were a weapon against us.
Yeah.
Or not even, let me not say they, right?
That situation.
But that situation was used as a weapon towards African people, right? So it also became a thing where in Jamaica, after a while, it kind of became a thing where young boys started being preyed upon because the rich guys could give them things and they would just kind of get caught up, just like how the girls would get caught up, right? Literally the same way how the girls would get caught up. But a guy might try to see a soft guy and pick on him.
Let me take care of you. You know what? I was once one of you guys, and I want to make sure that I see that you're in a better situation. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this guy's like sitting here over top of you, like daggone, like
he tried
like
to
the president.
He tried to buy you a cell phone. You like those shoes? I'm gonna get you those shoes. Oh yeah, you should come back to the spot and try them on.
Now he's standing over you like the president, smiling with that crazy ass grin he got.
Y'all seen that? Y'all seen that thing on Netflix, man?
Yo, wait. I can't even remember the name of the president right now. That's a damn shame. Biden. There we go.
Biden.
Yeah, I know y'all seen when President Biden been leaning over some of these girls and like having these fake, these crazy looking smiles on his face and stuff.
Oh, the shoulder rub king.
The shoulder rub. Yeah,
he
exactly.
Was shoulder rubbing.
And with that, rubbing, my bro. It's like all of a sudden you start realizing that like you're being preyed upon, and that was happening in Jamaica.
Yeah, it
was happening in the Caribbean. Period.
Yeah,
and it's like this is the reason why that culture is the way that it is.
Exactly.
It's not to like they just don't like the don't like people from the alphabet community. I realize that might be a racial, or a slur. The F word, Fosse.
Oh yeah, Fosse is that.
Yeah. So
yeah. Well, we got a lot of them. Jamaicans got a lot of them.
So
they got a lot of them, man.
So with that being said, right, it's like you start realizing that like the reason why these people are the way that they are, though, is more of a situation of to protect themselves from the things that was being used to attack them in the first place.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. Like, I feel like I was saying that to say that all these things and situations, things don't pop up out of thin air, right? No. So even the climate that we're in now, it started somewhere. You know what I mean? Jamaica's cultural homophobia started somewhere, right? Right now, the whole dynamic between men and women started somewhere, right? So now it's like we're in a situation where like America is kind of out of control, man. Like,
yeah, break that down. What you were saying?
It's fully out of control. You don't have control of kids. You don't have control of women. You don't have control of the facts. You know what I mean? Like,
look, people be out here saying "fuck your facts."
Yo, if the truth is different from your truth, then I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, every time I hear somebody say, "but my truth is," I'm like, wait, okay, I get that your reality might be a little bit different because of how you experience it.
Sure.
This happened to you. But the situation is, there's a consensus on the truth.
Okay.
Everybody saw the same thing at the same time.
So it's kind of like what I was on a podcast with my friend Dale. He's another Jamaican, right? Dale Elliott. Check out his podcast, Dale Elliott TV on YouTube, right? And we were talking about music. We're talking about music. The point that I was trying to make just slipped me just now. But
so it was more of, you were saying that you and Daly were on a podcast, and you were talking about the situation of how there's no control over the kids, there's no control over the women in our country, there's no control over anybody pretty much that does anything wrong, and you have to hold them accountable for the things that they do wrong. So you beat a child's ass, all of a sudden you're going to jail because you're disciplined.
Here's what's crazy to me. As a Jamaican, like, if you as a student at school can push the janitor and there is no repercussions to that, there's an issue. And what you teach that child is that there's no consequences. So now imagine a young lady. A young lady is practically invincible. You know what I'm saying? Like a 17-year-old girl, like, she is immortal. Like, what can she do?
Now I'm about to see if the camera even. Oh, all right. Oh, you got to go into the other joint. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Oh, she is invincible.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like she can't do any wrong. You know what I mean? It's like a kid can't do any wrong because they're kids. So if you are assaulted by a student, you can't do anything about it. That's crazy. That doesn't teach accountability to the children, and you think children going to grow up and respect who? Police? The first line of authority, they didn't respect that. And as a parent, you can't beat your kids. So as a parent, you can't beat your kids, right? As a teacher, you can't beat kids.
You can't beat your kids because all of a sudden now somebody else on them, I guess.
So, you know what I mean? So it's a situation now where everyone is out of control, man. Everyone is out of control, except the men. And the men are just asking, like, yo,
can we get some respect?
Can y'all just kind of respect us? What? No, because you guys are tyrannical. Here's what I had a discussion with a girl earlier. She sent me a meme, right? She sent me a meme saying that men in the 1990s have 80% less testosterone than men in the 1960s. And like, her sentiment was something like, it's a shame now, And I'm like, is it because men can't really win, right? Because do you want the guys from the 60s? Because I thought those were the guys that was smacking everybody down. And I thought these were the tyrants that were destroying the world and creating this patriarchy that we're living in, right? So you don't want that. You don't want the guy that's gonna tell you, that's gonna come home and be like, bitch, I didn't want chicken, and then smack the bass out your mouth.
Kung Fu Killer Wolf. Kung Fu Killer Wolf.
You don't want that guy. You don't want the guy that's just gonna come home and just look, smack fire out your mouth.
Most of these women don't want any authority, period, point blank, in their house. Period.
They don't want that. But also, they don't want a blue-haired softie that's taking her purse sometimes, right? like I wanted to wear that purse, and I'm gonna wear your pants because they look good on my hips. You don't want that guy either.
Yeah, he said blue hair softy. Instant visual came up. I think we saw him yesterday on the elevator.
Right?
But
so you don't want that guy, but you also don't want the guy that was like working in the coal mines and him smoke 5 cigarettes before him get in, and then you get in and run off your mouth about some dumb shit and think he wasn't gonna smack taste out of your mouth.
You can see that happening.
You know what I'm saying? He outside, he just worked the coal mines and now he wants a cigarette. You feel me? Like,
black lung all day.
Black lung, bro. And he gotta come home and deal with you.
You try to put this nigga in the early grave, but Ninja in the early grave. It's funny too when you think about it. They don't want those men, because even when those like when lesser editions of those men come into a lot of these women's lives, they instantly run that nigga off. They run that ninja off. They run that man off, right?
Yeah.
I realize every man that I know of right now, today, that is in a relationship with a woman is either complaining to me about women or telling me about some crazy shit they doing because they're trying to defy them in every way possible.
But here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. That's how you know it's messed up. As a man, low key, she not setting the laws, or she shouldn't be setting the laws. So you shouldn't really be defying her. You know what I mean? Where does this authority come from that you feel like you're being defied? Who are you?
See, you know where it comes from. It's because they've commoditized, and I've been trying to find out how to say this word, because I've been saying 3 different renditions of like they commoditized, or something. They've turned being a man into a commodity. And
so you can call various men that you don't need because all right, for example, let's say 300 years ago, right? If your house was burning down, you as your family, right? If your house was burning down, I would imagine that the man would have to try and rescue everybody, and the men of the village would have to try and put the fire out, right?
There we have it.
No, in this modern age, we've decided that particular role, we're going to have that role in every town because it's necessary for society, right? We need a group of men that are particularly trained to rescue people from fires, right? We need a specific group of men that's all they do. All they do 24/7 is rescue people from fires. They just wait on a house to be burning and then go and save people, right? And we pay them very well to do that and to stay in tip-top shape for whenever that happens.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You gotta be super fit. No matter, you could have never been in a fire. But we gotta pay you every day, and you gotta do 100 push-ups every day, and you gotta do the training, and you gotta do the whole thing and drive the truck and do the drills, and you gotta do all of that. Because in case there is a fire, you need to be ready. Right? And we pay you for that. Right? And now you don't have to, you as a regular guy, that you're providing some other thing to society, right? You might just be a taxi man, right? Which is still something necessary for society, right? It's probably not as revered, but you need.
If you're an Uber driver, we need you.
We need you.
We also need you not to push up them daggone prices.
Oh man, let me not even get into that.
Look, LA, y'all gotta stop this, man. Y'all gotta stop this. But we ain't gonna segue. Anyway. Stop pushing the prices up that high, bro.
Stop canceling my order and then retaking the order because the surge went up 20 minutes ago.
Listen. Okay. Yeah, that's a real complaint. Look, Uber, we gotta talk to you. You know what? That need to be an episode.
Right?
That need to be an episode just about the Ubers in LA.
You could be a regular guy, right? That isn't a firefighter. Do you not deserve the respect of a man because you're not a firefighter?
No, you don't in the eyes of today's people.
You see what I'm saying?
Because You're not strong enough to be a firefighter, so why should I respect you?
Yo, here's how I look at it. Right now, I see a lot of women have this mentality of like, if you was a real man, real men do this, and you're not a real man if you not. But none of the things that I hear are ever like things that benefit the guy, right? I've never. Okay, what is a real woman? I probably have to ask a woman that.
No, because that question right now is triggering.
It's a very triggering question.
It's a triggering question.
But it's not though,
No, it's not.
It's not because we all know what it is. But you have to do this fucking song and dance because
somebody else want to play dress up.
There's powers that be and lobbyists that, some places you can't play that shit enough. You try to go to a fucking Korean spa, not as the gender that you're supposed to be.
Okay.
You think you're going to go in? You think you're going to go into the woman section and you're not a biological woman?
I mean, if we in America.
But it's a Korean
No, I'm trying to make sure, like, we in America.
We're in America in a Korean spot.
Okay. Because I used to live in Korea, so.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right.
So
it ain't gonna be no. I'm not sure, man.
Like, should you be allowed there? Should? Okay.
Like, I personally think my views on this situation is a very let's say getting canceled type point of view.
I mean,
right? So it is what it is, right?
Right? But I feel like my thing about it is that we gotta be realistic, right? We absolutely have to be realistic. Like, at some point, a line has to be drawn, and somebody has to be a fucking adult. You know what I mean? Somebody has to be an adult in the world, bro. You can't just have people saying anything, and y'all just go, okay. For what? So, okay, can I legit just come up to you and tell you that you have to refer to me now and forevermore as a horse?
Ashley, today, and I'm only being the devil's advocate.
But today you can, right?
But today you can.
Is that not the most idiotic thing on the planet?
It is the most
dumbfounding thing. But me as a black man, I can identify as a blood clot white man with a 700 credit score. No.
Yeah, actually, no, because I'm transracial. I am a white woman. I am a white woman. In America today.
You can't hurt my feelings. You feel me?
I am a transracial,
it's like,
what's the name of that shit? Transformer. I am transracial and transformer. I am a white woman of today.
I don't mind how you identify, and don't get me wrong.
I'm a Kardashian.
I have friends who are trans, and I love them. I don't dead name them, anything like that, right? But it is what it is, fam. Right? Like, it's only because you're my friend, and that's out of respect for you as my friend. But if you wasn't my friend, I don't care. And I'm not going to. Okay.
I got family members, and like, I don't really think about the whole aspect of it with the family member part. Yeah. But I had to actually go through, like, I think it was right around the time Obama was like doing it out loud. Like, he was like, he was thinking about the situation, which he gave a whole bunch of rights to people who like sticking each other in, but they ain't get nothing to black people. But anyway, the thing about it was this though, right?
Yeah,
I had to reconsider like my mindset towards it, because I was like, yo, I love this person, I know this person. Like, do I not like this person because?
But here's the thing. This is how I see it. It's a complete separation, and the weapon is the personalization of it, right? Because you think I'm talking about you. It's not you. It's this fucking dumb idea. It's a dumb idea. You feel like your body was made incorrectly. That is what it is. You feel like you have the wrong body that you got. And I agree. I feel like I could have gotten better feet. I'm flat-footed. Right? We all fucking feel the same.
Well, then I know exactly your pain, bro.
Right? I'm flat-footed, bro. I can't run properly to save my life.
Look,
right?
Now here's the thing, though. I'm gonna say I feel. I should be saying I think on this one. And actually, I will go with I think on this one. Mm-hmm. I think they have literally hijacked the movement of another group. Of actual people who have these situations with themselves. Let's say hermaphrodites. Let's say people who actually do have chemical imbalances, that they do have a situation where they're more feminine than they are masculine, or more of a woman than they are a man, even though they're opposite.
But you know how much people that is? Like
exactly.
Of the population.
But they've literally taken this thing, hijacked it, and then pushed it to a higher degree. And then on top of it, not only did they hijack that, right? They hijacked the civil rights movement. They've hijacked literally other groups jumped in. White women jumped in on the situation.
Here's what's so crazy
hijacked the woke movement, and then they made a whole situation. Now here's the funny part. The only people who did not hijack the situation was black women.
But
right?
Here's the thing.
Let me finish. Watch this part.
Yeah.
They didn't. The black women didn't hijack it. They literally used black women to push the agenda. Yep. Used black women to push the narrative, and then used black women again to protect them. I'm gonna say women overall, but like usually black women, to protect them when everything was actually said and done. And every time black women get a movement going on or a step forward, they literally jump on that leg right along with them, and then get another step forward right along with them. It's to be honest with you, it's brilliant.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's a Hannibal Barker level. Like, you know what I mean? It's a high general play. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I think, there's a part of me that deeply hurts my soul whenever I see black women like fully championing like gay black men, but in the same breath. Okay, this is what I don't understand. This is how I view things, bro. This is how I view things.
I think I already know where you're going.
You stand on your square. You stand on your square. This is how I push my beliefs. This is how I test my beliefs, right? You stand on your square, bro. And anything that isn't fitting on your square gets off, right? You stand on your square, regardless, right? If you like pineapples, you like pineapples, right? It's not, I like pineapples, but I only like them if you roast them and you mix them in a blender and you make juice out of it and add it. No, you like pineapples, right? You got to do a thing, but you like pineapples, right? Either way. So, are men good or are men bad? Because apparently, gay guys are awesome. Right? Gay guys are practically them.
Okay.
Because trans women are women, right? Trans women are women.
Okay.
So a black man who identifies as a woman is a woman.
Okay.
As far as they're concerned.
Okay.
Right? So the black trans man is the only man that's cool. That's the only man that wasn't like tyrannical, right? His only gay guys wasn't tyrannical.
I mean,
because gay guys don't have victims either, right? Because none of us watch Jeffrey Dahmer, right? So gay guys aren't predators at all.
I haven't watched the Jeffrey Dahmer thing yet, so now everybody keeps talking about this shit. I'm gonna have to catch up on Jeffrey Dahmer. I couldn't pass
the first 10 minutes of the episode, bro. So when I see of the first episode, and there's several episodes, so when I see people going, yo, That's how I know the world don't even make sense. Because here is literally a tyrannical guy. Bro, this guy is so terrifying, literally I couldn't watch the show. Me as a big man myself.
Yo.
I'm like, no, I can't watch this. And millions of people watch it. It's the most watched show on Netflix right now.
Really?
Bro, it's like Squid Games level. And I'm like, I don't know how any of y'all watch this.
See,
but men are this we're this Tyrannosaurus of tyranny. Right?
I got a job. I work 12 hours a day. Like,
bro,
damn.
I tried to watch it.
Watching right now?
I tried to watch it.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Only
Like, do they remember wait, maybe they don't remember what was happening.
That is why I tried to watch it, because my only references from Jeffrey Dahmer was from like Eminem and stuff, right? So I didn't really I didn't really look up what Jeffrey Dahmer did. I heard a bunch of different things.
I knew what happened. The bad part is, I just came to find out that he was doing that to black people.
I didn't know anything about.
I knew about one. I knew he had one chocolate sickle in the freezer.
Yeah, I heard about that. But I didn't know that's what I said. I heard like all these kind of like urban legends, and I didn't know how true any of it was.
Yeah.
So when I saw something like this, I was like, okay, maybe I'll check this out. And the first episode, like literally 10 minutes in, it was just like, oh, I can't watch this.
Wait, 10 minutes in, he was eating a nigga?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I don't know if it was 10 minutes, right? But literally, I haven't finished the first episode. The first episode, he goes to like a bar. He meets like 3 gay guys that he sees there at this bar all the time. He like hollers at one of them and takes the guy home, right? And soon as he takes the guy home, it immediately gets creepy. And the guy is like trying to leave, and he won't let him leave. The guy feels very like terrified now, and he's like now trying to like scarily seduce Jeffrey. And he starts to like take off his clothes, and then I was just like, nah, bro, I'm done. I'm not about to watch this. I'm not about to watch you try to like seduce a serial killer.
Yo.
And I'm like, why did you, as this black guy, take this role? How much them pay you for that?
I wonder if they say some shit like, well, if you don't do it, somebody else will. Like, I wonder if
let them fucking find somebody else to do that shit, bro.
But what if he
is? What I'm saying.
What if he is with somebody else, though?
Bro, we don't have no control, bro. That is what I'm saying. We don't have no control. That is what I'm talking about. We don't have any control. You rather take the fucking $10,000 and paint your whole fucking culture back. You rather paint an entire set of people terribly just for the money. And then you go talk bad about them same people. So, look at this. The gay guys are cool, right? The gay guys are cool. Trans women are women, right? Trans women are women. So if you as a black man sleep with a black trans woman, that's not gay. But
look, my hand is like saying no.
But
I'm eating candy right now.
But as soon as you upset that black trans person, what is the first thing that's gonna happen? What's the first thing that black trans person is gonna tell the world?
That you gay.
Because you sleeping with men now, right? I thought you was a woman like 2 seconds ago. Like I have to refer to you as a woman. But now that you mad at me.
All right. Because you know what? We wasn't supposed to be going here, but fuck it. We here now, right? We here.
Now that you mad at me.
Here's the other part, right? Mm-hmm. The situation of the it's okay for them to trick us, right? Which is kind of fucked up. Because all we want is a respect of like we let you be, you let us be.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Did you hear about the basketball player that got caught up with one of them and he knew it was one of them?
Mm-mm.
I don't remember the guy name, right? But he got caught up with one and he knew it was, like he knew what it was, right? Mm-hmm. Like it must have ghosted them. and them contact media outlets for tell them that this guy is sleeping with trannies and really gay and him on the down low. And his response was like, "Yo, that's kind of messed up because I thought we was, you know what I mean? Like when I'm approaching you, I can't approach you and say that you're a guy, right? I can't call you by your man name. But as soon as you're upset with me and I know I don't want to sleep with you, I'm homophobic.
Wait.
Or I'm gay for actually sleeping with you. Or, you know what I mean?
Which one is it then? Because like, hold on. So the person called the news reporters
to report this guy for being down low.
For being down low.
Yes.
That's a bad thing, but yet he accepted
he kind of accepted it because it was like, like he knew what it was. It's not like he didn't know what it was. He knew what it was.
So how did the news reporters come at him then? Did they try to like out him as being gay, or did they just say, all right, whatever?
Yeah, it kind of just disappeared. That's why you probably don't remember it. I remember I saw it, I was like, let me see where this story is gonna go, because he had a really good answer. His answer was really good, like on some, I thought trans women were women.
Oh shit. I mean, shoot. Oh.
You see what I'm saying? I thought trans women were women. So how are you coming to try out as this gay guy now?
You know what's funny? Every time one of these situations do happen, it disappears really quickly.
It disappears really quickly.
For instance, there's a question. Candy's good.
Grab one of these too. Yeah.
There's a question out right now, and it's asking, what is a woman? Right? Now, I bought this damn access to this show and never got the time to watch the damn show.
Yeah.
I think the guy's named Matt Walsh or something like that, right?
Was it? Is it the one with the guy and there's like a trans is like makeup and he has like a full beard? Is it that one?
It probably is, right? And like the dude, this is what he does, right? I don't even want to comment on the Candy. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be hard to talk.
Yeah,
but you're not Candy.
I see.
That's why I took it out. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to leave this alone for a second. But what happens is this, right? It's like this weird thing that, like, oh wait, matter of fact, he caught the guy so well. I mean, sorry, I don't even know what to call him.
Pause right there. Hold on. You see that?
Yes.
That is the problem.
That is the problem.
That right there is the problem that I have. Because you know what he is.
Yeah.
Right? But we got to do this song and dance.
To make them happy.
To make this person that can't even hear you right now happy.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? They're literally not in the room.
They're policing your brain.
That is what it is, bro. You're telling me that this apple is not an apple.
It's an orange. But this tastes pretty sweet, motherfucker.
It's like it's not an orange in disguise. It's not. It's clearly an apple. Like to me, honestly, it's my personal opinion. I feel like real trans people, like if you're gonna say a trans woman is a woman, you gotta be post-op. You gotta be post-operation. You gotta have a vagina. For you to be a woman, you gotta have a vagina. If you gotta build it, if you don't got one, you don't got one.
I have a problem with it, man. And this is just my personal opinion. Like you can't get mad at me because of how I feel.
Yeah, that's why I prefaced it with it's my opinion.
If you can't give birth naturally,
thank you.
You're not a woman.
Thank you.
And this goes to the situation of, I personally am a man who wants to be with a woman who can give me a child. If I'm sitting here and I get with a woman, and like, don't get me wrong, like, you know, like, because this always comes up with straight women, which makes no sense to me. Well, if she is in, like, you know, what if she just can't have children? Is she not a woman? She's a woman.
It's always some dumb argument, bro. And that is what I'm talking about. It's some stupid fucking argument. And we as men, bro, let women get away with this shit. some idiot fucking argument. Yeah, but what about the one woman who don't have a foot and she can't fuck? Who the fuck cares about fucking old Betsy? Who are you talking about right now? Do you know 85 women right now that can't have kids? That like this guy, like there's a majority of women who are born right now who just can't have kids.
Now, if that's what they're aiming for,
yeah, I mean, but that's not the case. Most women, given the correct circumstances, can have children.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Most women, period, point blank.
Period, point blank. But if you are born biologically female, I'm sure there's a 90% chance that at some point in your lifetime, you are able to conceive children. Maybe you've missed your window. But that didn't mean you couldn't have some 10 years ago. Of course you can't have them now when you're 46.
There we have it.
Don't suppose you can't have kids anymore.
So, being that type of man where I want children, I'm not sitting here looking for, like, I don't care how good you look. If you can't pop a baby out them daggone legs, you're not the type of woman I want.
Straight.
Period. And like, and I ain't gonna lie, I have looked at people and not known that they were naturally born men and was like, damn, and got pissed off after the fact. Because it's like, yo, that's not fair. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like it's not fair that, like, you know, it's a crazy web, but it's not fair to a man like me who I know what I want, and now I gotta deal with this, like, this extra factor of a woman that is not a woman, that's posing as a woman, but yet won't tell me the truth until it gets to the point where I gotta be it. Like, I get to the point where I'm almost gonna beat this motherfucker ass.
But here's the messed up part about it. Here's the messed up part about it to me. Even if you know beyond a shadow of a doubt, you could literally see her penis. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You could literally see that this is not a woman. Don't you dare say that. Right? Don't you dare say that, because, you know, who knows what a woman is. Bro, I've seen so many videos of grown adult men doing this song and dance. A woman is whoever identifies as a woman. What? Did you just give me a circular definition?
Do you want to?
Did you just say a woman is a woman?
Well, no, I can't even say do you want to fuck her, because some of these motherfuckers is fucking these. There is a literal thing that we as a society developed over the years and it's called definitions, right? It's how we figure out what words mean. Right? We had to set this whole thing up from the dawn of time so that when I ask you for rice, you give me rice. Because you know that rice is not corn. Yes.
Right? So when I make the sound corn, you know what I'm asking for. But
words aren't real. So corn can mean maize, right?
Corn
is maize, but then that means that the word doesn't have a definitive ending to the word.
But what there is,
it makes no sense whatsoever.
What there is though, because a maze could also be a pathway that is hard to get out of, right?
Yeah.
So what it is,
like
though,
right now,
right? But what there is though is a social contract that we all have that allows these definitions to work. Right?
But they hijacked the social contract though.
Yeah. So that's why I said the world is out of control, man. You see me? So there's no rules for anything. And it's only the victim making rules. It's not even a victim.
Here's the funny part about it. All this could be stopped if men
It's men, bro. It's men. I blame men 100%.
The softer way to solve this problem, truthfully, is for women to separate themselves, right? Not even separate themselves.
But women don't want to do that. Women don't want to do that.
They want to be a part of the tribe.
Let me tell you what women want. Women want to still be in, It's a fantasy, you know. They want an absolute fantasy because us men are so fantastic that we've given them too much time. Right? We've allowed them too much free time that they literally forgot what the fucking world was. Right? They literally forgot that, okay, you know how I know that we really lose control? Think about all of the religions, bro. Think about every religion. Think about the mindset of a man and think about every major religion, right? As a man, what you want? You want as much girl as possible, right? You want every man want as much girl as him can get. And there's enough woman, so him want enough girl, right? Every man want that, right? So you would think that the men in power would decide that women should be able to have sex with whoever they want, right? Because, especially if they're the guys in power, right? If they're the guys in power, it would make sense for them to liberate women because they're going to be the men that's going to be chosen, right? It would make sense.
This has come up before. Okay.
So let me ask you something now. Why would the greatest minds of the spiritual world decide that female promiscuity is not a good thing?
Because they've seen this shit happen before.
All right. So even the thing that would benefit those particular men, they realize that it would have been a detriment down the line.
Here's the thing. Right now, I feel like there's a reset happening. The reason why the reset is happening, in my opinion, is because they need to reduce the numbers, right? They feel they need to reduce the numbers.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but the thing about it is, the beautiful thing about nature is the numbers are already reducing. The thing they don't like is it's reducing in areas that they don't want it to reduce.
Not in their favor, right?
Not in their favor.
Yeah.
So some people are starting to try to graft themselves into other situations, places, cultures, and mindsets, right? Which they're doing a good job. But one of the things is the hardest thing that they were doing was their assimilation aspects and practices. Was very hard to assimilate, especially this particular group in America, into the folds because we had a very, very good structure.
Yeah.
In order to attack our structure, it was a collateral damage situation of everybody else being attacked at the same time. The problem is the fucking culture was so fucking strong that we built, it became a tool used against us as well.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I say I blame men. That's why I say I blame men for this, you know. Because at the end of the day,
men translate culture.
We don't translate the culture. The women translate the culture.
No, we transpose it. Like I said, the
men create the culture, you know?
And then we pass it on.
The women share it.
Yes.
For example,
they keep it going.
All right.
While we're going.
Let me give you the best example of women sharing culture. You ever notice? All right. You ever see when an American girl date a Jamaican?
Okay.
And all of a sudden she's Jamaican now? You ever notice that? You ever peep that? You ever notice like this girl is from America. She been living in Chicago her entire life. And now she found a Jamaican boyfriend in high school. Now she listens to Vybz Kartel every day.
I haven't seen it to this level because like I don't know, because in New York, you know, everybody. Yeah. So I think I can't see it.
Okay.
It's because like usually they're like, oh, you was messing with a Jamaican man, because they be like, you know, Jamaicans is crazy, and like they separate themselves in that situation. Outside of New York, I haven't really seen it.
Okay.
Yet, so I don't know.
Next time we get a chance to just like,
I want to see this now. Yeah, definitely.
Peep a girl that was single, and she's just regular, just normal and single, and then if she get like a Jamaican boyfriend, if she get like a boyfriend from like the South, You see me? Or she get like, you know, like one of them Florida boyfriend there. Just watch her whole swag change, bro.
Yeah.
Just watch her whole swag change, and then she spreads that out into the world, right? She goes and interact with everybody else as you.
Yeah, right? But she
but that's what they were supposed to be that. Thank you, because that is what the queen does, right? We made a whole game based on it, bro. We made a whole game based on it. We've studied this for thousands of years. So I'm sure it's been refined to a point where it's like, yo, you as the man have to control the woman.
But they wanted something though, bro.
Yeah,
they wanted one. Like they got triple four. Okay,
they don't. You know, that's the crazy part. They don't want nothing, you know, bro.
Let me tell you about this part, right?
Yeah.
This one of the things that's like the funniest things in the world to me. So the feminist movement, right? Feminism, they chose black men as the premier men, black American men, as the premier men that they would like to for their movement. The reason why is because we have this masculinity, and at the same time we still serve our women.
Yeah.
Right? We still tend to our women. We listen to our women. Kind of follow. Well, actually, we follow our women.
Yeah.
And Black American culture. Right. Yeah. Now, here's the funny part about it. They also deemed black women as the patron saints of feminism because of how strong they are, how they lead the way, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But yet you hear black women the most say how fucked up black men are.
Yeah.
But then if you go to other cultures of women, they say exactly the opposite every time.
Bro.
So it's really interesting to see that.
If you were to ask a black woman, bro, and I've done this, if you were to ask a black woman, as far as they're concerned, literally every woman was being abused by their husband.
Oh God!
Right?
Yeah, it's the purple. It's the color purple effect.
Every woman has been abused by their husband. And then here's the thing: because we're not working with definitions anymore, what the fuck is abuse? Right? What is abuse? What is toxic? What is we just have words that we throw out that could mean literally anything. Bro, I watched that video. Do you remember that video that came out with the girl that said her boyfriend cheated on her and she threw his mother's ashes in the river?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that shit.
Bro,
I saw that shit.
No, let me ask you something. Is that equal?
First and foremost.
Is a man cheating in his relationship, is that the same as you stealing the remains of a person and destroying it?
First off, it's not even. First off, it's criminal.
It's criminal. What does his dead mother have to do with it?
It's criminal because this is what she's trying to do. Not only is she trying to maim you to the point of a situation where you're going to be psychologically scarred into following her. So she wants to push you to the point of Stockholm syndrome.
Yep.
Where you can't move without the thought process of her being in it.
Because
after that part, she wants to push you to the point of let you understand and know that anything you do to her, she will do it to an nth degree to make sure you understand her pain.
So
that is tyranny.
It's okay. So this is what I was about to ask. I was about to ask: is that not toxic? Is that not tyranny? So what if? All right. So if me as a man, if I get cheated on, that is something okay for me to do as revenge?
Well, we already know what the answer is. You can't do anything outside of the aspect of either.
No, as a man, you're just supposed to take it. As a man, you're just supposed to take it.
But that's why
the women cheat and then they leave.
That's why I elect that we should have a national what's old girl name that sing that song with YG? Ah man,
Who?
Kamaya. We should have a national Kamaya day.
Yeah, a national
right?
Kamaya day.
Because we need every town and every city and every small family.
Yeah.
We all need a Kamaya, right? Every time a girl does something to a man,
Yeah.
it's like Kamaya on call. This bitch is cheating on me. Yo, come through, Kamaya. Boop, 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 boop. Yes. Kamaya on call. There needs to be a whole like situation of I can't do nothing to you, right?
You know what?
But Kamaya can.
You know what I think?
And
we
she's
need to do?
hired for that.
You know what think we need to do? I think we need genuine equality, right? If that is what we're facing, if that is what we're going towards, then I feel like we should have genuine equality in America.
We are equal.
Well, no. Here's what I mean by that. I think
I see men get beat up by women all the time.
Yeah, but I think gender should be removed from the stipulations of law, right? Murder is murder, assault is assault, rape is rape. I mean, sorry.
Wait.
But
My mind just went crazy. Imagine throwing women in an all-male prison. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. You don't want to be a prisoner, right? You don't want to be the chimney sweeps and the fucking coal miners, but you want to be the CEOs. You only want to do the nice shit.
You don't want to build a house.
No.
You don't want to climb the poles.
No.
You don't want to change the daggone rotors on an air fucking generator and stuff like that,
bro.
Yeah.
You used to live in New York. The first time I moved to New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
My brother took me to Times Square, and when we got to Times Square, he immediately hit me in the back of my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know why. You probably know why, right?
Stop looking up.
He said that's a trap. He said that's how them know who is a tourist from who's not a tourist.
Yep.
Right.
That is.
So that is a trap. Don't you ever do that.
Listen, but that's a cultural thing,
right? So, but this is what I'm saying. One day, me I walk through. I think I was waiting to meet somebody, so I stand off to the side. New York State, everybody walking busy. So you gotta kind of stand off to the corner if you're just kind of standing on the street, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just there leaning back. I think I was smoking a cigarette or something, just waiting. And I'm looking up at the buildings, bro. And I'm like, yo, imagine working on this building, bro. Imagine how much man dead for build that building, yeah. Imagine you put up a window and you're like, yeah, Tom, grab that sign there. And then Tom just gone. Woo. You see what I'm saying? Tom just floated 170 floors off into the wind.
Because a gust just pulled him off.
And he gone. And now it's just you up there. Right?
With you got a big ass window.
You got a walkie-talkie the next man up there and then hope that you are him though then no. Right? Remember that, bro? All of those buildings have like memorials of the people that work on it and dead.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them buildings is hundreds of years them take for build. You know what I'm saying? Like generations of man work on some of these buildings. You didn't want to do that shit.
It goes back to that situation of what we were talking about where we've made it so
nice. You forgot what the world was.
Like there's a saying I used to say when I was little. I think I came up with it like 12 or so. Engineering is the facilitation of laziness, right?
That is exactly what it is.
And as a child, I noticed this part, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody was like looking at me like, "What the fuck are you talking about, boy? Shut up." And I realized as an adult, it also facilitates the idiots.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes everything intuitive enough where they don't have to think about what they're doing in order to get something done.
Yeah.
Right? But then they'll look at everybody else and then they'll be like, well, why can't you do it? And the only thing that separates them from being able to do it is the funds that are put in place for them to be able to do so.
You mean just literally everything that it would require for you to do the thing? It's great for you to have an idea, you know, like, and that's what a lot of them have, ideas, right? So, okay, for example, it's easy for you to say, you know what? Somebody should clean this room up. You should clean this room up, Zuko. Somebody should clean this room up. It's easy to say, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna fucking pick up this heavy ass fucking thing? Are you gonna lift up this speaker and move it to the side? And that's work, is what you're suggesting. And it's easy to suggest work when you're not gonna do it.
Definitely. But it's not even just that part. They're not gonna do it, but they don't even care that they're not gonna do it. What they care about is being able to tell somebody also.
So this is what I'm saying.
That they're not gonna do it.
That's how far detached they are. It's like it's a level of narcissism that's there now. They're so far detached. You know what it's like? It's like asking a millionaire how much they think bread costs. You know what I'm saying? They're so detached from it. They don't know what it takes for that to be that.
That's crazy. Like, when you really think about that part, like
that's what it is.
How much?
Yo, a man isn't a man. A man is not a man if he's not taking care of him girl and taking care of him family and taking care of him kids. You know how fucking hard it is to do that? To take care of other people outside of you? To work enough to gain energy to take care of 3 people?
Look.
That's easy to say. And I could easily say, well, a real woman would shut the hell up. But I can't say that, can I?
I'm taking care of people. I'm taking care of people.
Yeah, because you're a man, bro.
I've put people in a good situation.
All right, let me ask you something.
And literally have been like,
a girl ever pay your rent? A girl ever pay your rent?
Never.
A girl ever offer for pay your rent?
Never.
A girl ever ask you how much your rent is?
Never.
A girl ever ask you if you have enough for, if you need a little extra nothing?
Well, you know what? I have been lucky enough to have some say that part.
All right.
I've been lucky enough.
So out of the 5 questions, because them not going to offer you anything serious, you know. So them not try pay rent. And then we'll tell you, say a real man would have paid woman rent.
Here you go. First things first. How can a woman, right? How can somebody who's not a man
tell you what a real man would
do? What a real man
I said this years ago before I thought this was a thing. Like, literally, it was a homegirl of mine talking smack on like Facebook or something. And I was just like, you know, she was on something like, yo, a real man would have called to make me know that it's not going to come. I was like, yo, who is you for tell what a real man is? What the love use this? A real man would have do this and a real man would have that. Why you not tap your eyes? Like, why don't you just stop complaining?
Yo, it's a lot of women that's out there that they've never really experienced the man. They've experienced the boy. They've experienced
no, bro.
Like a dude with a penis.
They've absolutely experienced a man.
No.
Here's what I'm saying. They've experienced a man. Because every man out there that is over a certain age is a man. I'm not going to say because maybe he's not the best man. Maybe him don't have his own place. Maybe him don't have a lot of money to him name. Maybe him don't have a lot of things. But it's a man same way. And however him interact with you is however him interact with you. You shouldn't be expecting more, and because this person that you wanted to provide more didn't provide it, he's not a real man.
Okay.
You just want this man, you know. You want this man to have $5 million. You know what I'm saying? You want this man to have $5 million and give it to you. And because him don't have that, he's not a real man.
All right, let me see what you think about this part, because like this part is what I was about to allude to in a way, right?
Yeah.
You got a lot of dudes that sit here and they're raised not they got male hardware and female software, right? The way that they think is like a woman. The way that they process the world is like a woman, and it's mostly because they were raised by just mostly women. Their whole world was probably encompassed by women. right?
But here's my question. Not to cut you, but here's my question about that. Aren't women awesome? Aren't women amazing? Aren't women always right? No, so they shouldn't. So the men should not be looking from a female perspective, because your issue is you're not facing any real man, and when you book a real man, you're not listening to what the real man saying,
sure,
because you don't want anybody to control you.
Yeah.
So then you go and you say all the men out there is softies.
No, they run from. Because I know this for a fact. Every time I see a real, like, in my opinion, what I consider, like, let's say, because we used to have this phrase called a man's man, right? A man that most men would follow.
Yeah,
like
it can be a good man advice. Like,
yeah, exactly, right? So, like, most of the time, I see a man's man, if he's single and he doesn't know how to choose women, he will literally run into situations where he'll choose the wrong women and then they'll run from him because he doesn't play all those games. He doesn't have all that bullshit to be able to, like,
this is what I'm saying.
To let women, like, run.
So that's why I said to me,
shit.
That's why I said to me, it's not that they haven't dealt with real men. It's that realistically, we all know women don't know what they want, bro. You know what women want to do? Complain. They want to have stuff and complain. That's all it is, because it could always be better. You know what I mean? This mimosa could have been stronger, right?
So we need to make an amusement park for them to complain about shit, is what you're saying.
Literally.
Like, they need to be able to go somewhere and just say,
bro,
bitch, your wig is wrong.
Bro,
like,
if you ever listen to a woman's aspirations, bro, it's literally doing nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
What do women want to do? Travel.
Then
that is what women want to give to the world.
When you get there, then what are you going to do?
They want to travel. They want to vacation. Meanwhile, men literally created the world, you know. Imagine, bro. Imagine two brothers figured out flight. Dog, I don't think them understand what it is that we've created, bro.
Because they don't have to actually understand.
We assembled rocks and plastic polymers and made the internet.
Yo, when you put it that way, I love that part. You're right. You're absolutely right. We've literally
this iPhone is a stone. These are stones, bro.
Processed stone. You are absolutely right,
bro. Think about the fact that if this iPhone in my hand was not like electrically charged somehow, this is a stone, bro.
That's hilarious.
It's a stone. We somehow figured out how to combine rare minerals, rocks, sand, and electricity. And now you can talk to anybody on the fucking planet. And you use this for run off your blood clot mouth. And say that the person that made this is made your life so terrible.
Oh shit. You right?
Meanwhile, what you want to do? Sit down on a fucking plane and eat crab legs? That's all you want to do with your fucking life? That's what you want to give to the world?
Yo, I'm letting you run.
Bro,
I'm letting you run. I'm letting you run.
They need to put some respect for man, dog. They need to put some respect for man.
No, actually.
You see me?
It's our fault. And we have two choices. We either make them respect us or we leave.
Honestly?
I'd rather the vacuum. Because I don't want to be called I don't want to be
here's my thing.
Told to be the enemy no more. I'd rather just leave and then y'all figure it out y'all shit yourselves.
Here's what for me it's a bit of both, right?
Lord of the Flies that bitch.
For me it's a bit of both. I'm not going back down, bro. Me personally, like I can agree to disagree, and that's as far as like I can take it with them. But I'm not gonna like back down, because when you back down, them feel like them win.
They win. Yep, they did win.
Them feel like them win because now nobody don't want to talk to you because you're just talking foolishness. We took all of these narratives and they're gonna run with it for years just because nobody don't want to tell you to shut the fuck up. Because women, women get 70 cents less than all the men. You know why? Because you go the fuck home as soon as you can.
Or you never negotiated your fucking
You don't
contract.
negotiate your pay any. You don't negotiate your pay any higher.
They're gonna just
because
give you
most
what they
women
can.
nowadays, what they rather do is quit and try to get another job. Right? They rather quit and try to get a next job, and hopefully that job will pay them more. Them rather not talk to them boss at all. Right? Them rather just quit and try to get a next job.
That's not manly. Oh, I'm sorry. Those are women.
Sorry, right? They rather quit and get a next job. Right? But at the same time, they don't work extra harder. Yo, I hear this idea going around from a lot of guys in the space, so to say, right? And it's this idea that you shouldn't have female friends, right? And I kind of agree and disagree with it, right?
Okay.
I kind of agree and I kind of disagree, right?
Yeah, I want to hear this part.
But I feel like it's okay to have female friends as long as you set your boundaries as far as what you expect out of this relationship.
100% agree. I want to see where else you're going with that, but I got something to add to that.
Yeah, that's my agree
That's
part.
it?
Like that's my agreeable part of it. Like if you know, like I don't feel like as a man you should agree to be friend zoned if you want more than that, right?
Okay.
But if you think she's cool and she friend zone you and you don't care and you just kind of want to talk to her sometime and she responds, then that's fine. If you want that and you're cool with that, that's fine, right? But here's why I agree. I mean, no, that's why I disagreed, right? So here's why I agree. Have you ever asked a woman for like business help?
Yes.
Did they try to charge you?
No.
No? Do they always give you the advice?
No.
All right. They're very like
choicey when they give
when they try to give advice, right? I tend to find that the only time they give advice is like more as a warning. Like they have to volunteer the advice. They're not gonna just give it to you, right? Like I can't call you as my female friend and ask you for some advice without you trying to go like super businessy on me. But as my brethren, I can ask that. I can ask any one of my brethren them for advice, for genuine advice on anything. And once him know him, go tell me. He's not going to try to put a paywall behind it. He's not going to try to say normally, bro, this is a consulting fee and I normally charge. They're not going to try to guilt trip me before they give me the information.
They're just going to get it.
If I link you and say, yo, Zuko, how you set up StreamYard? You just tell me when you set up StreamYard, right? It's not going to be, well, StreamYard is how I run my business and, it's not. I thought we were friends.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how, in my experience, that's how I see women behave, business-wise, as your friend.
All right. I will say this. I have a unique philosophy. I know that my philosophy does not fit a lot of people's mindset. Right? So I have this thing where automatically, if I see a woman that I'm attracted to, right, or attracted to, and like, say for instance, everybody else wants her too, and I know this, I instantly friend zone her. I friend zone her. And when I say friend zone, you friend zone her like so fucking hard to like almost to her face, where you're like, yo, we can never be anything, right? And it's not because you want to try to have sex with her later. It's because when you do that hard and like that, like, you know, to the point,
yeah,
and like, you know, only women who get this the most is saleswomen, right? But like, you friend zone the shit out of this girl and you make her your spokesperson.
Yep.
Because the moment you friend zone her, and if you friend zone the chicks like her, they're trying to figure out like what it is that he likes. That's first off. But because if she's still around you as a friend, like, it's funny because women are, if not like us, but more predatory than we actually lead on for them to be.
Women are super predatory,
right?
Yeah.
So now they sit here, they get closer to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they get closer to you, and they want to be in a situation where they're like, all right, I'm with the hottest nigga, I'm with the biggest nigga, I'm with this, I'm with that. I got, you know, he got a foot long, whatever it is. He got 6-pack ass, whatever it is, right? They would literally sell their souls to be closer. But you know what's even worse? When they see another woman that because they even though they act like they don't know.
Oh, they judge one another too.
When they see a woman that they feel looks better than them, and they're with you, and they're with you, they will now want to know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
And then like they will literally, if that girl walk away from you, she will literally come her bold ass up and ask you, what do you do? What's your job? What's going on? So on and so forth. It happens so many times now, right? But I got to the point where I was in a situation where the moment that I see a girl, I friend zone her. If I feel as if she's ultra popular, I friend zone her if she has kids. I friend zone her if it's in any way, shape, form, or fashion that is more beneficial for me to keep her as a friend than try to make her a lover. For instance, like I'm doing like taxes or I'm doing paperwork, right?
Yeah.
And you meet a chick that is stellar at paperwork. She just keeps you going, all that type of stuff like that. You got a choice now. This motherfucker can better your business.
So, but this is what I was about to say. Women can't play the two roles. She either gonna be a girl or she gonna help your business. She's not gonna do both.
No.
She's not gonna do both, bro. No matter what they say, they could sell it as much as they would love to sell it. She's not gonna do both. Once she's your girl, that's your girl.
No, a girl can be replaced.
No, the girl can change up, but she's not about to help your business, right? And worse, if she's not your girl anymore and she was helping with the business, she worse not gonna help with the business anymore.
Oh shit!
Like your girl is the one that used to do the paperwork, and now you and her not together anymore. You just lost the person doing your paperwork.
I mean, but then by then you should know. Let's say, for instance, if you needed her to teach you how, or you needed her presence.
Is she gonna teach you though?
I mean,
you know, women don't like really teach you guys, man.
That's the question, right?
Is she gonna teach you? That's why I say it sometimes it's like, I agree with you. It's better to like put them in a working position.
But that's the thing. You have to put them to work.
Yeah, you
can't just have her around, because then at that very moment when she's sitting here around you and she ain't really doing nothing, she turns to her temptations, because that is her number one tool. So the moment you get her, you keep using her, not using her up as in like using her for like, you know, but you're going to drain her. What it is,
but you know what?
You're using her.
I feel like if we drain them, bro, drain them.
But if you drain them, if you drain them, right?
Yeah.
Like she's gonna want you in a way that you don't want. I want her to be just a friend,
right?
Because her being a friend alone, like depending on the girl, right? Say for instance, she's an asset. You keep her around because she is an asset.
Yeah.
So now you got to make her so friend zoned that she now sees the situation as just a friend zone, and then on top of it, she'll still work to try to get your attention.
Yeah,
because
but
the
that's
thing
why I say
is,
you got to pick one, because it's like, once she's your girl, the business aspect starts to get muddy from her.
Oh yeah, no, she'll never do what she needs to do after that.
She's not going to do the business properly,
No.
and it's going to be hard to ask her to do stuff because
that's why you have to get one of her orbiters. Her second in command, her lowest, something like that. You cannot go for the top one because okay, this is what I used like. This was, and I was young when I was doing this. I used to have this modeling crew, right? All Jamaicans, you know. So, like, we would like do these little shows and all that type of stuff, right? And like after the show, we would like, you know, go to the park, whatever. Remember, not Brush Park. It's the park right before you get to Davis and Robert Fulton.
Roy Wilkins.
Damn, it's right next to the Circle, across the street from the Circle. If you've been in Mount Vernon.
On Mount Vernon.
I forgot the name of that park, but anyway, we used to always go to that park, right? And the thing about it is, like, every once in a while, it was a dude that wanted to be able to hang with us, right? Yeah. And it was like, I remember this shit clearly, right? I had this one bomb ass friend. Like, I got friend zoned by her first. I ain't gonna front. Yeah. But this is how I discovered the friend zone situation. Yeah. Because it was like, wait, hold on. I'm in a friend zone. Yeah. But I'm literally going to all the concerts. I'm not paying for it. Yeah. I'm getting invited to shit. I'm not paying for it. She's the pretty girl that's getting, pretty Puerto Rican chick that's getting invited to everything, right?
I'm just bringing you along.
And bringing me along. Yeah. I was like, wait, hold on. Like my girl looks better than her, right? Yeah. Once I finally got a girl, it looked better than her. My girl used to get mad, be like, yo, why are you hanging with her so much? Like, why? I'm like, yo, that's my dog. She lives right across the street. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, she wanted to hang around even more. And she realized, oh, I don't want to hang around y'all. Like, she like one of the dudes. Yeah. So she let us be after a while, right? Because it was me, my homie Densley, my homie Nina. And we used to always roll everywhere, right? Yeah. But the thing about it was, she attracted more. Almost every time she attracted more. It was like either like when I broke up with my girl, it was more girls. Yeah. And then like the thing was, okay, boom. We had this little crew. And I don't know if I was masterminding this or it was just happening like this, but it just happened, right? Yeah. And I was like, all right, no dudes can come in unless they understand this particular rule, right? And that rule was don't fuck with the women in the group. Yeah. It is like this nigga was like, why? I was like, because they bring more women. Yeah. And he was like,
take one of their friends.
No, it's not even friends. Like every time, like when you see a bunch of like bad bitches together, for some reason, bitches that ain't as bad as them want to be like they start orbiting them. Yeah. Right? And they find ways to get into the group and into the situation. So now
here
you
can
are. See, you like you a little shark, you a guppy shark swimming around these motherfuckers, right? And you like just eating these motherfuckers up. It's like they want to come around and they want to be in the mix. Yeah. So you like, nah, bro, okay, to get in the mix, you know what I'm saying? What's good? How you doing? And then get it over with. Yep. Right? They'll never really get in the crew because the girls are judging them on their level of how good they look and how whether or not they fit into the crew.
Like they're already not able to get in.
Yeah, but they're gonna try. It's the wildest shit once you realize
they're gonna try. But this is what I'm saying though. Those girls, these are the girls that try and fail, and then later on say it's our fault. Right? Like, bro. Okay. I don't want to call her name still. But I have some female friends that like one of them, she was dating this guy for like a while, right? not for any long time, but I think she slept with him and then he must have ghosted her, right?
All right.
And I say, you know what's crazy? You see that rejection that you feel? Men go through that literally every day. Every day. I promise you, there's like 4 rejections in my phone right now. Right? I could holler at every girl that you probably think that I should holler at. Like, yo, you are 2 look cute together. And then I was like, oh yeah, yo, so and then she turned me down.
You know what? Right? I get rejected. And did it freeze? I
get rejected so often that when a girl hollers at me, it's suspicious.
No, like I'm delusional. I'm delusional in the aspect of how many women I get, right? Yeah. And I realize, as I'm saying it, I realize how delusional I am, right? Yeah. So here's what it is, right? Yeah. So if you know a brother like me, I'm pretty tech savvy. I'll say that part, right? Yeah. So one of my boys, he was sitting here, he was at the table, he was talking to another one of our friends, and he goes, and this is the type of nigga we going up against when it comes to these fucking apps. Mm-hmm. So I to be totally honest with you, I don't left or right click. The right swipe. I never actually do it.
No, you just.
I wrote a program that does it for me.
Oh, wow. So you're just here. You just got your phone going.
I have another phone, or I have my phone. I set that motherfucker up,
and that just
I press a button, and it swipes for hours.
Wow!
And then from there, I don't go. Look, I'm telling on myself.
So you just gotta go pick up what.
So instead of me going through the best,
so you farm.
Yes. You know how? Yo, listen. You know how much energy and what the mindset is that it takes to sit there and swipe left on a woman that you like,
bro. This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. You see what you had to do to still to work through the rejections, essentially. You know what I mean? To work through rejections, bro. Yo, you had to use your knowledge and experience that you've garnered over the years, and you made a thing that didn't fucking exist. Right? To still get rejected, dog. To still get rejected, right? But no, this girl gets ghosted and is talking about this guy as if he's the worst thing to ever happen on the planet. Shit. Yo, why is that such a bad thing? We gotta go through that all the time. I was like, yo, let me ask you something. And she's like, what? I said, yo, are all men terrible? And she said, yes. I said, am I terrible? And she's like, well, not you. Then not all men are terrible, right? Okay, because that's the same argument to use with woman, right? Because if I tell you, say, woman terrible, you're going to say not all women. You're going to tell me, say, just the woman them with me date and me have bad taste and it's all going to fall down to me. Yeah. But when you talking, is every man. Right? Every man terrible, every man is tyrannical, right? Yeah. Because every man just threw all the women in prison and no man was in prison. We just lock up woman. Like at some point in history, every man decided we're going to lock up every woman in a cage and just torture them for 2 years. Right? I mean, when did that happen? I ain't gonna go there. I'm about to go there. You know what? But we go. This is a spirited talk. This was a good rant. Right? This is a good rant because we got a lot to talk about, especially with current events. So I'm gonna go ahead and because we're gonna end this and stuff like that. Yeah. So where we at? We at the hour and 30-minute mark. Oh, that's perfect. So with that being said, what is your outro? What is my outro? Mm-hmm. Boy, so I tell the youths them keep them head up, you know. Just go on fight the good fight and just take it one day at a time, you know. Mm-hmm. Don't make Babylon confuse you with them confusion, you know, because that's all it is. And you know what it is? Even if you don't know what it is, just stand on your square and just test that, you know, and just keep going through life doing that. Keep on testing your own ideals, and whatever fall off, whatever stay, and that's you.
All right. And where can they find you?
Follow me. You can go to my website, mrcrooks.com, MYSTACROOKS, mrcrooks.com. That will tell you my social medias, when I'm performing next, all that cool stuff.
Boom.
You see me?
And I'm gonna say, friend zone every woman that you can.
Friend zone.
Make her feel what it's like to be in the friend zone, and you have discipline. Like, it's not about fucking every woman. It's about fucking the women you want, and that's pretty much it. So, like, unless you, like, you know, in the beginning stages, I get it. You trying to hit everything, and it's understandable. But at this very moment, you don't want to waste your time with a woman at all. Actually, no, at all. You either you choosing to be with a woman because you want to use that time to either entertain yourself with entertaining her, or doing something that you want to do in a certain manner. But you never give up your time and your mind to any woman, because that's all she actually really wants. And the ones that actually like you the most are the ones that you don't give up any of that to. They love aspiring to be able to take your attention. I think
gotta make them work for it, man.
It was this comedian, I can't remember his name now for some reason, but Patrice O'Neal said, "Your woman,
R.I.P. man.
Your woman is working to tear you down every day, and it's her job to do so.
Yeah.
So don't let her do so." And I'm telling you, like, friends, men and women can be friends. It's not about the men. I mean, it's not about the women. It's about the men. If you have discipline and control over your shit, you got control over the situation, period, point blank. You'll have more women in your life. And, like, if you want that part, you'll have more situations that you can be able to use that asset and that resource, because it is a resource, and most men don't understand how to even use that resource.
I mean, it's one of your most important resources too, is your time, and that does take time.
But here's the thing: they're force multipliers.
Yeah.
If you actually know how to use them properly, you can get more out of them by using them than you do by actually just sleeping.
Like entertaining them and sleeping with them.
You get more out of them by not sleeping with them. I've read the fucking Iceberg Slim books, and I didn't get that until like years later. Literally, and that was because I was sitting there trying to stick my thing in everything I could.
Literally, I've always found that once you kind of pull back, it gives them two options. You know, they either come closer or they pull back too, right? Like there's tell you a quick story. This young lady that I had a crush on in another state, right? Went to the state for a show, and like we ran in. I was there for like 3 days. No, I was there for 5 days, and saw her one day, right? Saw her one day, just random, like at an event. So like we didn't even really get to like spending the time, or you know what I mean? Like we're in this loud club and whatever. After I leave the state, I was trying to like link up with her that night. She kind of blew me off, and I after that decided like, yo, I feel like I'm giving this girl too much attention. And you know, I get people busy and whatever, but it's like, yo, I'm busy too. Like I came here to do 3 shows, and I'm here for 5 days, and I'm about to dip back out. It's like out of none of these days, like you couldn't chill with me for an hour. Like out of 5 days, I couldn't get an hour of your time. That's cool, right? So I didn't. Oh, careful, brother. I didn't. I didn't say anything about it because, we're not a couple or anything, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if I feel like that, that's just me, and it's up to me now to withdraw my time and attention that I feel like I'm giving, right?
Mhm.
So at this point, it's like our text messages turned into whenever she messaged me is when we talk, right?
Yeah.
One day, she messaged me saying, hey, I feel like we used to talk every day and we don't talk every day anymore. And I think we should change that. And I was like, on the fucking hook.
Mhm.
You're back on the hook.
So I forgot this was supposed to be an outro. We were 5 minutes over.
Right?
So with that being said,
Thank y'all.
this is Fire Nation Radio. I'm here with my boy.
Mr. Crooks. Big up on yourself. Thank you for having me, bro.
Big up to King Abu. He ain't here with us right now, but like you know, he here in spirit. And I'm your boy, DJ Zuko, aka God King Zuko. Y'all know what it is. We out.
Fire Nation.
Uh,
I used to have a mixtape back in the day called Fire Nation. I did 5 of them.
I realized I probably even think about it more from a Jamaican